Cecil Pearson Jr. coming at you here a second time for live today. If I can get this stuff to sit. I swear for Pete, nothing won't sit right or do right or be right. No. Let's try this. See if maybe that'll work. I don't know. Nope. Well, look at there. When I set the thing down on the desk and use the little thing that comes with the case that makes it sit up, it works. Imagine that, paying money for something and getting it and it working. But I'm a redneck and I'm going to try to redneck engineer it to make it work better. I'm going to set it way back away from me where it'll lean proper against something and use this and that and the other to prop it up because I know better. Apparently I didn't. We showing it this morning or this afternoon now. Yeah, we is. But that's all right. Oh, I think it's time I give a spanking. And I really don't like doing this. I don't. There's a lot of messages that I love to bring, and I'm not even on my own video so I can manage chat, but I need to get over there so I can. A la peanut butter sandwiches. Let's see here. Travis, Fernando, Vino, Pamela, Michael, Bud. Good to see y'all. Hello to everybody else, too. Oh, he's my hope. Well, Thunder. Hey, Cease.
Yeah.
You mind grabbing me a Coke, please? And there was some this morning from Live that said to wish you a happy birthday.
Okay.
Oh, Rachel. There we go. First off, let's get something perfectly clear. Oh, Brenda, Frank, Rachel. And be careful with that, bud. I got to go out here in about an hour to pick up a few things. You need something?
I was just going to pack your pack somewhere.
That way I can maybe not have to go when it gets rough around here. Leastwise, that's a hope. But anyway, let's just get on to business. You know, the Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child, right? Well, since I'm the pastor, y'all are my children, so here comes the rod. I really don't care if you like watching me eat or not. Save your effort and your email in being ugly and nasty to me because I decide to have a snack on camera. If you don't like it, get the frick out. How about that? Bounce, baby, bounce, baby. Don't mean maybe, baby, bounce, baby. Get the frick out. Now, is that real enough for you? But email me again about it, see what happens. Go ahead. You'll be banned there and you'll be banned here. Then I won't ever hear another word from you. Well, Brother Cecil, you think it bothers me that you may, it will when you need me to pray for something for you? Or you need some advice about something and you can't get it because you were ugly once before. So you might want to think about that. Number 2. This is a rough one. I understand that it makes a lot of people uncomfortable to know that there are going to be people that you don't know, that you know there's going to be people. There will be people. I'm going to slow that way down. That way there ain't no stuttering involved. There will underscore will, like it here, underscore, be people that you know that will not make it into heaven. There will be people that you know and love that will not make it into heaven. Oh, brother, it just breaks my heart. That'll ruin heaven for me. No, it won't. Because you will have the mind of God. And God doesn't know these people. Depart from me, you worker of iniquity, for I have never known you. Neither will you. You won't know these people. You won't know the ones that turned away from Jesus. You won't know the ones that didn't accept Christ. You won't remember the ones that mocked you or called you names or wouldn't listen to you. You won't know them. And that's the consolation that you get by serving the Most High God. A lot of people keep saying, oh, heaven will be wrecked for me if it ain't this. Heaven will be wrecked for me if it ain't that. Like you get to stipulate what heaven is or ain't. You don't get to stipulate that. Heaven's what God wants it to be. And you'll be happy to be there. I promise. But there are no sorrows in heaven. There's no more heartache. There's no more pain. There's no more suffering. There's no more trials. There's no more strife, no more envy. It's perfect paradise. So stop being concerned about stuff you can't control. Okay? Now that's the loving part of this. Now here comes the show enough spanking. I've been reading a lot today and seeing a lot of videos about people slinging a fit. Man, if I'm going to leave the country, me and my generation going to leave the country because they overturned Roe v. Wade. You need help packing? You need a bus ticket? I'll set up a GoFundMe for you. Yep. For too long, churches have been going along with the systematic eradication of pre-infant children. Well, they're not really a person yet, so it's not really murder. Tell that to me. Tell me I'm not a person. I was born 4 months premature. 4 months premature. Do you understand what that is? 5 months into utero. 5 times 4 is what? What's 5 times 4, folks? It's 20. 20 weeks. 20 weeks, you can abort a baby. I was born at 20 weeks. Let me put this in some real perspective for you. I was born at 20 weeks. You understand that? Back in 1967, I was born at 20 weeks. I survived. Most still don't, but I did. So you go on and tell me how at 20 weeks it's not a person when the person is sitting right in front of you from 20 weeks of birth. How you doing? Wow. I believe that women have the right to choose. They do. No one will ever convince me any different. And again, we're going to hit a touchy subject for a second, but y'all bear with me and hear me. I believe that women have a right to choose. But I also believe that it's my responsibility to tell them the consequences of those choices that you make. Just because you make a choice doesn't mean you eliminate the consequence behind that choice. Jiminy Crickets! Oh my gosh! See, God. God knows what's right for you, bud. I love Brother Bud, and I know I can use him, and he won't be offended. God knows what's right for Brother Bud. God may say, hey, Bud, you don't feel good today. Stay home from work. But Brother Bud thinks he knows better than God and says, but I need them dollar bills. I don't feel good today, so I'm going to work anyway. And Brother Bud gets on the train and he goes to work. Or he gets in his car or whatever, and he goes to work. Well, by halfway there, Brother Bud gets T-boned in a car wreck. Or his train, the train that he's riding, somebody robs it and they shoot Brother Bud. Now Brother Bud, instead of being out of work 1 or 2 days because he didn't feel good, is now out of work months for rehab, for surgeries and therapy to get him back on his feet. God knew best, and he tried to tell Bud to stay at the house, but Bud chose not to listen. That doesn't fall to anybody but Bud. God told each and every one of us not to commit murder. God told each and every one of us not to do it. But he gave us the free will to listen or not. If God himself, sitting on the most high throne, allows us free will to make the decisions for ourselves, don't you think we owe it to everyone around us to allow them the free will to make their own decisions? And again, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. I can stand on my head over in the corner and pack BBs in my tail while wearing boxing gloves. But it doesn't mean that I should, because them BBs are going to have to come back out, and that ain't going to be nice. I can stick sunflower seeds up my nose until I can't smell. But that ain't going to be nice. In order not to do that, because, well, they going to have to come back out, and that ain't going to be nice. A woman can, in some places still, go get an abortion. That doesn't mean that she should, because it's still considered murder. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. Just because you can, in the United States of America, open your mouth and say any hurtful thing to anybody you want, and it's protected under the First Amendment of the Constitution, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should do it. Just because you can do something doesn't make it right. Hello, Ann, Jumble Wumble, Teresa. Just because you can do something does not make it right. Hey, Brett. But when you start slinging a fit, because my Christian morals and my Christian values say that my tax dollars shouldn't go to the murder of innocent children in abortion clinics, that you're going to pack, you're going to leave the country? Bye? Need some help packing? Get out. You're what's wrong with it to begin with. The government gives you free condoms. They give you free birth control pills. They give you a free IUD. They give you free cervical caps, sponges. You can get all manner of birth control free from the government. And we pay for that. And trust me, we don't mind for you using birth control because we don't want your kind breeding no way. Oh, Brother Cecil, you went there. Yes, I did. And I got gas money to get back. But don't ask me to pay for the murder of a child because you couldn't be bothered to avail yourself to any of the methods that are free from the government to prevent you from having a child to begin with. Here's a novel idea. You don't want to get pregnant? You don't want to father a baby? Don't screw. Brent, if I did need a ride to the airport, I would not ask you to drive. It amazes me. Oh, it's not my fault I got pregnant. Whose fault is it? It's not my fault that I fathered a child. Whose fault is it? Because I ain't the one having a good feeling in the britches. That'd be you. Since you're going to have the orgasms, you can have the responsibility of what comes with them. No, it ain't popular. No. I'm going to get a lot of emails from this from both sides. I can't believe you sat up there and said it's a woman's right to have an abortion. It is. God said so when he gave us free will. I can't believe that you sat up there and said that abortion's murder. It is. God said so, right in his commandments. See, all this stuff. I can look at the line and see both sides. And that's what God has to do each and every day. He has to sit on his throne and he has to look down the line and see who's walking on the right side of it and who's walking on the left. God has to decide who's right and who's wrong, not me. Not me. God has to do that.
Is it really a woman's right to have an abortion?
Yes. As much as it is your right to kill your neighbor or to steal the candy bar or anything else. It's a choice that you have to make. You have to decide whether or not it's right or wrong. It's my job to let everybody know that in the Bible's opinion, abortion is murder. It's my job to sit as a living testimony of a 20-week-old child being born and living. And not looking too bad, I might add. I ain't all that sexy, but I don't look like I fell asleep against the ugly tree root neither. I'm all right. My wife used to think so anyway. And I look pretty good for 55. Don't look too bad at all. But folks, at the end of the day, it's your choices that define your eternity.
A winter storm warning has been issued for your location.
You a dirty talking dog. A winter storm warning has been issued for your location. Rat. Brent, your weather's drunk in the front yard. Come get it. Alexa, notification.
One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued a winter storm warning for Colombia. It'll be in effect from December 22nd, 5 p.m. CST until December 23rd, 12 p.m.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this session up. I gotta go on town and get back before 5 o'clock. I got a 4-wheel drive, but it ain't tested. But guys, I want you to understand something. It is your choices that define your eternity. God's not sending you anywhere. It's your choices that define and determine where you spend eternity. And it doesn't matter what choice you've made, until the last breath has left your body, you can still ask for forgiveness, and God is faithful to provide it. Now, I love each and every one of you, and now you've had your spanking. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Merry Christmas. Love you. Bye.